So hello everyone, dear friends. Greetings from China. Today we arrived at the annual International Auto Show held in Beijing. This is the first, largest and most extensive auto show this year, just days before the start. A lot of interesting details about various new models have already leaked online. Honestly, I'm just shocked at how quickly Chinese car manufacturing is developing. The Chinese really know how to surprise. I remember 2 years ago when we attended this event, I was already impressed back then. Honestly, today will be even cooler. So, alright friends, Auto Show 2026, let's go, let's roll. So friends, today Xiaomi is presenting the Xiaomi U7 GT version car. And the founder, director Lei Jun, is also present at this event. There's a huge amount of press. Look, 1003 horsepower, maximum speed 300 kilometers per hour, range 705 kilometers. Just look at this Xiaomi Gran Turismo Vision race car. It's simply incredible. Previously, Xiaomi presented a car at the Barcelona exhibitions. It's a concept car at the beginning of March. It was created from scratch for the game and exists in reality only as a full-size model. They plan to launch this car on the European market first. The hypercar was developed by Xiaomi's design studio in Shanghai, Beijing, and also Munich. According to initial information, we have a 900-volt architecture here and 1,900 horsepower. As of today, of course, it's a concept car, but we can drive it only in the Gran Turismo game on PlayStation 5. Two. Three. So friends, our company Nissan has introduced the new Nissan L9 Levis. Active 800-volt suspension. It can lift up. We remove the wheel accordingly, change it, no jack needed. You can communicate with the car. There are two new chips, 2565 I think tops, advanced autopilot. More cameras, more sensors. You can communicate with it from outside. There are also speakers outside. In general, the car has become very smart. They are developing AI technologies. And now you can probably communicate with the car like with a person with artificial intelligence. Now we have a 72 kilowatt-hour battery here and the rear axle steers, so the turning radius is good. After watching the presentation yesterday, I'm definitely getting it. Now I'm going to sell my Zeekr 8X, which is 3-motor, forget it. I want the Nissan, I like this kind of suspension. Now as for me, they showed again that they are serious players in the market. Yes, they demonstrate the auto doors to us. If you compare it, say, with the Neo car, there's certainly heavy luxury. But here, after all, we have a sequential hybrid. Not everyone is ready to switch to a fully electric car. So, company Zeekr. Here we have the 9X Obsidian black version. And let's also look at the 3-motor version here. In Chinese, it's called Yao Ying, in such a matte color. Black grille. There's a night vision sensor, yes. Just like in the 9. By the way, it's strange they didn't add carbon to the mirrors. There's a spoiler at the back. 3 electric motors, 1,401 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. Certainly a powerful car. There's a transverse stabilization system, 48-volt setup. And by the way, you can optionally choose either sport seats like buckets or comfortable ones. The difference between them, of course, is that we no longer have tables in the back. If we take the buckets and the second row seats don't slide out, there's no such comfortable gravity position, so to speak. So Zeekr 01 in this kind of execution. A starry sky that is installed in the panorama. It looks beautiful, of course. Listen, it's cool. Such versions are not yet available in showrooms with this option. In person, it looks really awesome with this kind of red interior. Here we have all the Boost Sport buttons. Look at the door panel. It looks great. So, the minivan has been updated, our display has changed. The premium audio system name is also available. Here's such a knob. And by the way, the steering wheel itself, notice, is exactly the same as in the Zeekr 9X car. There were rumors in China that they would have hybrid models, but as we can see, they have held back on hybrids for now. By the way, as far as we know, this car brand Zeekr is also officially sold in the European market. Look at how many foreigners, the press, came today to this event, the car brand Link Ho. Besides, friends, they showed us the GT version. The most interesting thing is that this is not an electric car. Yes, it's still a concept for now, but there's a V6 engine here. We'll go and take a look at the stand. It's still a hybrid car, accelerates in about 3 seconds. Now, as you can see, several Chinese car brands are already presenting us with sports cars. What does this mean? It means that now the Chinese intend to show their strength on the global market, and let's also look at the new Link Eco 10 Plus here now. Of course, a more charged version, such a spoiler appeared. So, by the way, we can clearly see that very engine from Geely V6, which will be installed in that sports car. Therefore, as you can see, besides electric motors, the Chinese can also make decent engines. Its weight here is 160 kilograms. They will officially present it on cars in 2028. So next, here we have a new brand called Dream. Previously, they produced and still produce vacuum cleaners. Look at this concept car. It's really powerful. Such optics, of course. Listen, very futuristic and sporty. Such shapes, the size of the car. There's also this concept car. 4 doors. This is a beauty. It slightly resembles the GTR Nissan, but still such a conceptual Next 01. Wow, the Chinese can really do it. They used to make vacuum cleaners, now these kinds of sports cars. Well, for now, yes, it's a concept, but still. Nexo. 2000 plus horsepower, acceleration from 0 to 100 in 2.8 seconds. Look at these dimensions. I'm in love, but if such cars are sold on the market, I think it's really powerful. Oh, there are rumors that there will be an active suspension here, just like we have already seen on Lixian cars, on Neo cars. The Audi company, without the usual 4 rings, presented the novelty i7X, a large electric crossover. There will be versions with 1 electric motor, rear-wheel drive, and also 2 electric motors, all-wheel drive, 5 meters long. Well, it's large, by the way, comfortable, soft seats, Alcantara on top, split panorama. There are cameras here, a sensor. So let's see, we have a table, though it's plastic, feels a bit cheap, lighting and a mount for a tablet, and a big TV on the ceiling. Well, Audi, of course, this is already a Chinese Audi, but nevertheless, we have all-wheel drive here. The Germans still tuned and tested it in completely different conditions. At sub-zero temperatures, they completely froze this car. Yes, there's a refrigerator, here it is. A large refrigerator cools, heats the thermobox, split panorama. I understand, by the way, it might also dim. And there are auto doors. Press a button and it closes. Double glazing both front and back. In total, the 2 electric motors give us 680 horsepower. The second row seat can recline. Air suspension. There's an outlet. As for materials, look, everything is fully covered. Excellent. Regarding the battery, it's reported that there will be versions with 100 kilowatt hours and also 109 kilowatt hours. Well, the range is around 500 kilometers. These are more realistic numbers. In China, it already set a record as the fastest SUV on a mountain track, the most dangerous mountain track in Asia. It's called Baidun. Previously, by the way, it already conquered a snowy height on ice, climbed at a 60-degree angle. Once again, I'll praise the all-wheel drive. The Quattro here is excellent. Matrix optics with the ability to project onto the road surface, therefore I think the car is interesting. The design is original, generally unusual. Again, it seems to be ahead of the future in my opinion. Many settings, heating, ventilation, massages. All this is available, head-up display, hood. And here's another car we have on the stand. Yes, earlier of course the cars were interesting. Also without rings, it says Audi. So here we have the company Peugeot presenting its concept car Alo. The name orange color, of course, is bright. You can attach a board, have a coffee. There's a small kitchen. So now we've come to the stand of the ITA brand car. Here we have the new model ITA M9. An interesting car, interesting styling, many innovations, auto doors, more cameras, advanced LiDAR. Also, on the side, by the way, there's no camera. This, I understand, is the ultimate version, which is there. Yes, here it is. Here is that very camera. Pay attention to the door handles. How they light up there. It measures 5.4 meters in length. It's huge. The third row is even more spacious. Oh, the battery. Now it's 75 kilowatt hours. Electric version with 120 kilowatt hours. 800 volt electric system. There's such a mechanism. Pull the handle and accordingly you can open the door. Close it back, please. There's a camera here and there in the sound part, and they intersect with each other, and there's no blind spot, because before there were only cameras there and there was a blind spot. Now the car sees everything around it. Autopilot, EDS already level 5.0, luxurious materials fully covered from top to bottom, but it has become more luxurious again. We have active suspension here. It can tilt just like we saw on the Lixian car. Cool. Look at how quickly the Chinese are developing, at what speed, making a more technologically advanced car, more luxurious. The cost is approximately 660,000 yuan for now, preliminarily. Such soft chairs. I have an even bigger Ottoman. Nice. Again, press the button, the door closes. They added chrome. Premium audio system from Huawei. If I'm not mistaken, 39 speakers. There's Huawei Sound Ultimate. The projector is here. It shines forward and you can also direct it backward. So we hang a screen at the back, attach an additional mirror here, and it reflects everything backward. And you can have, say, a picnic outside and watch movies from the back. Yes, and you can fully control the car, multimedia, climate control. This is halfway. If we want it fully. By the way, the sound, such a bassy sound, the music just started playing here. Cool. You can instantly dim the glass of the second and third rows just by magnet, and it goes back conveniently. We also have additional curtains for a complete private mode. We also have matrix headlights with projection capability. Now the animation projected on the road surface is in color, which is cool. The thing I don't like is that in all versions, electric or hybrid, there's this front grille.
Well, not great.
And also about the interior, they changed the display design. By the way, look at the big picture. Cameras activate when we open the door. Auto doors, press the button. Press the button, the door closes. Look, you can remove such clocks. And this part, this element rotates and we'll have a display. Car brand Xpeng. By the way, when my mom flew to China, she read this inscription as Kang.
Funny.
So let's look at the novelty. This model GX, also available in this dual color. In this version, this logo has a 24-karat gold coating. I think you understand whose design they copied. The car looks nice from the back. There are fully electric versions and also a hybrid model, a sequential hybrid. Press the button, the windows tint, and also the third row. In white, it looks very much like a Range Rover. And in this position, look at the space. A huge amount. The third row has heating. Everything here is fully covered, even the lower part is covered. Width. So this is our sequential hybrid Eigor. There are 4 seats and a range of 1,200 kilometers. And there's also a copter in Negoda. Trunk, which automatically deploys and can fly, if I'm not mistaken, for about 30 minutes. We made a deposit at the end of this year, around October. We'll go to this event and we'll fly and tell you more in detail. There are 6 wheels here and the rear axle is steerable intuitively. Understandable how to control. You can also take a course. So here we have the new S9. A luxurious car. We'll definitely review it. By the way, the launch is next month in May. And it will be available for a test drive. Just look at what it can do. Well, the same active suspension as on the ET9. Let's walk around a bit. It can bow too. Well, interesting. So, and here we have Hyundai presenting 2 concept cars named Venus, an electric car, and also Earth. Just look, you can choose the number yourself, the door opens wide, and we have inflatable seats. So friends, I must say I'm impressed that the Chinese are showcasing such concept cars at auto shows. The releases of Lixiang Huawei, and now we have the presentation of the new Denza Z. This is now a coupe with a retractable roof. So, what can I say, friends? The world of sports cars has a bold new player. Power, look at this, over 1,000 horsepower. Around 2 seconds from 0 to 60. Note that they are also testing this car in Germany on the Nürburgring track. Just like the Denza Z9 Ford, the car can drift without a driver. So now we have BYD in the Denza sub-brand showing us their status, that they now have the technology, they can compete, they are demonstrating their brand status on the world stage. Of course, Wolfgang Egger did a great job with this beautiful design. The most surprising thing is what they write on the internet about the cost. That is 300,000+ yuan, that's $42,000 or 3.3 million rubles. Initially, they are starting their sales in the European market. Only then will they enter the Chinese market. Well, good job, good job. Of course, the Chinese surprise us once again. Just look at how much press, a lot of foreign press, is present today. Notice, the company BioAid is demonstrating. This is how they made the room. The car is completely frozen over. But this, of course, is cool.
Only the Chinese probably know how to do this.
Minus 31.6. The battery and all the electronics work without any problems. In addition, Cadillac presented us with this kind of car on their stand. Well, of course, it's impressive. Americans, of course, are also showcasing their cars in the Chinese market. Well, what about Lada? Where is the new Lada Azimuth here? I think we won't see it here today. So friends, now we've come to the Cadillac car brand stand. They also presented that very novelty. Cadillac, I believe, is called Vistic in English. So here we have an electric motor and no front trunk. But look, the interior looks, of course, classy, such a display, and it feels, of course, expensive. Premium American luxury. And as for the range, since this is an electric version, it is 500 kilometers, according to the CLTC cycle. I see they also added a display. Captain's chairs. I don't see a refrigerator here. If I want to recline the seat, the chair moves forward. So, let's take a look. There are soft closed doors. By pressing the logo, the trunk opens, which is typical for three-row cars. There's not much luggage space here. In principle, there's an additional compartment. So, what can I say? Here we have two electric motors, all-wheel drive, a 95 kilowatt battery, if I'm not mistaken. It's not produced in China, so obviously the price is not small. 500,000 yuan for the top version, the Ultra version. You're paying for exclusivity here. But still, for that kind of money, the choice is huge, especially with what competitors presented today. There's Lesan, there's ITA with active suspension. The same goes for, say, the Neo S9. So, of course, yes, add a little more and you get real heavy luxury. So, friends, now we've come to the Mazda car brand stand. Look, here we have the MX-5 version. It is preliminarily reported that the car will also be manufactured in China, as it was previously only imported. The logo shows that it is imported, brought in from Japan.
Well, basically, it's cool.
So, if it will be manufactured in China, the price will be around 200,000 yuan. In rubles, that's, well, let's say 2.5 million. Again, a job at AUTOSHOW. What are you doing? You can, but why? The electric Ford Bronco. And look at how the roof opens. Cool. Discounts. Ah, well, it turns out, yes, 229,800 yuan for the base version and 282,000 yuan for the top version. So, friends, here we have the company Buick. Just take a look at this concept car. It's like a real capsule. I understand that this whole part opens upwards. By the way, let me remind you, the company Buick also belongs to the company SAIC and is manufactured in China. And so it seems they jointly produced such a concept car. Here we have a built-in display. There are cameras, sensors. So friends, here we have the company GAC presenting their SUV. By the way, in terms of technical capabilities and off-road performance, it is very strong. An extreme model, previously marked as T75, but now E7. The company GAC EGSC is preparing to challenge the kings of off-road. A digital chassis with a hybrid powertrain. Apparently, it features electronic brakes and steer-by-wire. So let's see. There is very little technical information so far. It will be a parallel hybrid. Sales start in the third quarter. And by the way, it has front and rear differential locks. Damn, what are you doing? Chinese, a huge conceptual pickup Mount X, and even a copter trunk mount. XV10. This is something extremely futuristic. Once again, it surprises. The company also presented this kind of helicopter. The doors open upwards, navigation, I understand. We just say where to fly and it flies. So it turns out that in terms of size, it is small, so the battery is also small. It is designed for short distances of 20 to 30 kilometers maximum. Well, if you need to quickly fly across the city, in principle, why not? We set the navigation, start it up and fly for some short distances. Yes, interesting. I think it's quite a cool option. Again, the future of China is developing by leaps and bounds, so China once again can be praised.
Well done.